man, because man, the first time I saw him, I knew he was destined for greatness, and he keeps getting better every day. You know what I'm saying? He's unstoppable as far as I see. All right, so we're gonna get on with the show. I'm actually glad we're running a little behind schedule because one of our guests, I had a miscommunication with them. Y'all, if you just have been coming to my open mics and you aren't privy to this show, I need that. We're gonna get to know about our guests more through their items and through experiences in their lives. So if y'all know a streamer is a streamer, it's different once you actually get to know more about their journey and about who they are. It's kind of like an adult format show and tell too. So you guys are interested in getting on this show and we're already, you know what I'm saying, we're already tapped in. Feel free to tap in with me. But if you know someone who you think has great potential or you think they have a good journey to share, tap in with NorCal, our admin right here. And all right, bet Nico, we need that, bro. Um, and yeah, just enjoy the show. Everyone who pulled up, who pulled up for our first guest or who just pulled up to support, we appreciate y'all a lot. If you guys feel like you're being ignored in the comments, that's just how the featured shows work. We're not supposed to acknowledge too many comments. So be aware of that. All right. So without further ado, can our first guest request the box? This first guest right here has been a friend of mine on the app for quite some time. We actually battled each other in the battle royale about a year ago. It was like she swept us clean, but we put up a fight for sure. And she's known around the app for having good vibes, being a really nice person. She's super funny, always comedy in her stream. So let's get to know a little bit more about Alexa on Fire.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Brody. Thank you for having me.
Hey
What's
now,
up?
thank you for joining us. Let's get it. Shout out to everyone who pulled up from the Fire squad over there.
You know what's crazy? How when we do our own streams, it's all calm and stuff, and then you're a guest in someone's box, and all of a sudden I'm a little nervous. It's crazy.
Well, I'm here. I'm
Right.
here to make sure you don't feel too nervous. It's just the two of us chopping it up. We got our friends here in the chat. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I got you.
You're a great streamer. I already know what you're talking about, though. It's a whole different animal. I got some of the best singers I know, and they come to my stream and they're like, all of a sudden I'm nervous. I don't want to sing. And that
Yeah.
applies to anything. Like if you think you don't get nervous and then you're on the rundown, giving your top badge speech, you're like, oh, like
Oh
I'm
my
getting a
God.
little
I'll
nerves,
never forget
like.
being that nervous.
But yeah, we're here to make you feel chill. You're right at home, so yeah, shout out everyone once again. And let's dive right into the first item that you got for us tonight.
Okay, so I just want to like give a heads up because this was kind of like last minute. I am missing part of this collection, especially like when I tell you guys what it is. It's so I collect sand. I travel a lot, and every beach that I visit, not even necessarily a beach, just every new place that has sand, I take a Ziploc bag everywhere I go, and I bring it with me back to Canada, and then I put them in little containers, not containers, like glass bottles like this, and then I display them.
Wow, so I've heard of people taking sand to the
Yeah,
beach, but you do the opposite. That's
no,
fire.
I take
Okay,
the sand,
no pun intended.
and and it doesn't count like someone can travel the world and be like, "Oh, Alexa, I got sand for you." No, my hands need to be touching the sand, putting it in the Ziploc bag, and bringing it back home. My favorite one is actually not here because it is at my mom's house. They wanted to take a little bit of the sand to start their own collection. It was in Maui. The sand was black. It's a black sand beach in Maui called it's on the road to Hana. I forgot the exact beach name. I can look into it for you guys, but that was the craziest sand I've seen. And then yeah, I have a lot from Europe. Like this one is actually from the States, it's not a beach, it's the desert in Vegas. It is kind of like a desert, isn't it?
It is. It is the desert. We were on the edge of the desert
Somewhat,
when the
yeah.
drugs
It
started to
is.
take hold.
Yeah,
We were barstool.
when I had my
You know
little
that movie?
splurge on the American side, and then I have like sand from different places in Cuba. Like this was Varadero.
Varadero.
This
That's Cuban
was
sand. Okay.
yes, that's Cuban sand. And then I also have
Do you have any
another one
black
from
sand?
Cuba, not with me, and I hate that I don't have it here. I would have loved to show you guys that. This one is Cayo Coco, and I swear it doesn't like every sand is different. Every sand is different.
What would
One
you
of my
say is the
favorite.
softest sand that you got
Oh,
that your
Cayo
toes touched?
Coco. Cayo Coco,
Al Coco.
Cuba. I'm telling
It's
you,
like
if I like
velvety
put one
sand.
in my hand, it's like sugar. It's literally like sugar, so soft. Um, I just recently came back from Europe. Cayo Coco, no, so it's spelled Caocayo, Cayo Coco.
Kyle Coco. It sounds like a
Not a
drug.
lot of
No, I'm
people
just
go
kidding. I'm
there, but
sure.
let me tell you, I've been to different places in Cuba, and I think that one had the prettiest beach.
Okay, okay. So what would you say? So we talked about the softest sand. You said that was the prettiest beach too?
Yes,
Okay.
by
So
far.
what was the hottest beach you went to out of all those ones? Like which one was like it's hot? Like I know Vegas was hot, but that wasn't the beach. That was the desert. What was the
Okay, so
hottest
the
beach?
hottest beach that I've been to this day was in Antalya, Turkey. When I tell you, it's
Turkey.
like, so imagine the heat in Las Vegas, but even having the ocean right there, it is crazy. You cannot even be outside. It's not enjoyable. Turkey is insanely hot in the summer. Somebody said I look like Velma from Scooby Doo.
Hey, hey, real
Yo,
quick, I don't normally do this on the show, but yo, shout out Jordan Tarzan in here. Hey, bro, if you could tap in with me on IG, I'd love to chop it up with you. I don't know if you've been streaming on here, but please do that if you can. He's a dope hip hop artist. He used to stream on here. Um,
Mommy, thank you.
but yeah,
So
I don't know if he's still.
if you guys ever go to Europe, a lot of the beaches in Europe there is sand, but majority of the beaches are rocks. So for example, this is from Greece. If you see, they look like little pebbles. That's what they're, and you
Oh
think they
wow,
hurt.
that looks like it almost hurts your feet.
It doesn't. I was just about to say it looks like it would hurt your foot, but no, it's soft.
They get it like it
They're
has give to it.
it's yeah. I apologize. This is the only thing I brought. I wish I could show you guys the other sands. Like the black one is something. The next one I go to is a pink beach. They have a pink beach somewhere in Greece, and I'm looking forward to going to that
That's
one.
fine. Honestly, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie to you. This is the first time that anyone's brought anything like this on. So I'm really glad that we talked about this first and that you came on. Do you have like pictures of any of these beaches? Do you want to show us like a picture or something? You don't have to, but
I don't have it on me right
y'all can
now,
look it
but
up
I
on
will.
Google. Yeah,
I
okay.
do want to. Yeah, you guys look up on Google Road to Hana Black Sand Beach in Maui. But I will. I also want to add one more thing for anybody that loves to travel. I feel like everywhere I go, or for the men and the women, let's say you use a certain cologne or perfume. If you take one specific perfume on a vacation and you have a wonderful time there and you're constantly spraying that perfume or cologne, when you return back to your home, the moment you spray it, it will take you back to that destination. And I think for me, if you guys are not able, no, it's not. It's not cap. I'm telling you, try it. Take a perfume, only one. Do not pack your suitcase with multiple scents. Take only one. And that perfume will be that trip.
I love that. Yeah, you because they say
Just
that the
try it.
strongest associative sense with memory is smell. So what she's
Yes,
saying is actually true. I don't know if y'all know, like if you like for me, it's like the smell of like a pine forest. When I smell it anywhere, I have a very specific memory of being like young and going to camp somewhere in like Big Bear, and they had those pine trees.
exactly.
Your brain will always associate the same thing. So that's actually a dope fact right there. Man,
Yes,
honestly, you got me wanting to travel. Traveling is my greatest passion. I'd say the hottest beaches I've been to, and probably my favorite beaches, are in like Thailand, Hawaii, and Costa Rica. I would go to all those places again happily. I was actually just back in Costa Rica for my second time for my
your
friend's
trips
bachelor
have
party.
looked amazing. The last pictures you showed. I would love to go to Thailand. It's definitely on my list. But Hawaii, out of all the places I've visited, Hawaii has a special place in my heart for sure.
I love that. Just the aloha vibes when you're out there. Just everyone is so kind, and it's like there's nothing in the world like it. I don't think. Even just the way that it smells, the feeling, and the food out there is fire. Like I feel like it's way better food, at least than they have in California. Um,
I think
did you bring
traveling.
any other items on? Or was it? I know this was relatively last minute, so don't feel
Honestly, I swear all I brought is sand. But if we can do questions, that's the only thing that I had on
You
hand.
brought sand. You brought sand to the beach. No, she takes sand from the beach. If you guys just tapped in, when you go to
Yeah,
Alexa's stream, ask her to see the rest of her sand collection. Um,
yeah.
so
There's little jars of like all the sands I collect.
so I don't want to ask you some like run of the mill, streaming questions because I feel like that's kind of boring. I want to talk to you more about traveling. So What's the first vacation you ever went on? The first time you remember traveling, not when you're like 1 years old and you don't remember it, but like the first vacation you remember
Okay, this
tangibly,
is a
like
funny story. The first vacation I remember was back in, I believe it was 2006. Yeah, 2006. And we went to Cancun, Mexico. And that trip, the very first day we got there, like we arrived at night, we had dinner, we kind of walked around, we went to bed. We woke up the next day. I remember that crystal clear blue water. I walked in with my glasses and the wave just that like it took me out. My face implanted in the sand. I lost my glasses the first day, and I remember being blind that entire trip. I was crying, but that was the very first vacation I went to after we had moved from Albania.
bittersweet. Oh, okay, okay. So you were
Yeah.
still like, damn, I didn't realize you moved that late, like that you were that age. So what were you like? I
Okay,
don't even
so
know how
no,
old you are. You were
I'll
like in
tell
your
you. So in 2001 we moved to Canada,
you were like
and we lived
12.
in no, yeah. I thought you said when I moved. I moved. I moved to Canada when I was 5.5 years old, and then we didn't travel much until later on, until the year I told you, and then we just started vacationing from there. How do you lose those? They're huge. Whiffle, don't play with the ocean. The ocean is no joke. You will lose your whole life there, not just glasses.
So what's the most recent vacation, the most recent trip that you went on?
The most recent was I was in Hawaii in January. I went
Okay, okay.
to
Was
Oahu, and
was
I'll be
that when you
back
saw
again
the
in
black
August.
sand beach in Maui? Oh no, you
No,
said
Maui
Oahu, so
was
that was a different. Okay.
no Oahu. No, that's a different island. Maui, I've only been to. Actually, I've been twice to Maui, but Oahu's a
Okay.
different island, so no.
Okay, okay, okay. And all right, let's see. So what would you say one place that you traveled to that you would never go back again? You're like, yeah, I'm not going back there. I'm straight. Sorry, Tim, you wanted to
Okay,
answer
I'll
your
tell
friend
you.
there.
Puerto Vallarta. I would never go back again.
What was bad about it? What
I
was
love
like
the
what made
people. I love the food, but the beach. I feel like here in Canada we have better lakes than their water there. And I know it's the ocean and still salt water, but it looked like a lake to me.
Wait, where
I
is
need
Puerto
water.
Vallarta? Where is that?
It's in Mexico.
Okay, okay.
To Mexico. I need the ocean. I need the ocean to be baby blue. And that's like one rule now. I will not go to any beach unless it's baby blue. What's the best
That's
value
actually a
for
good
money
question right
holiday
there.
you've
What
been
would
on?
you say is the best value for money holiday you've been on? Like the best spent money where you're like, oh yeah, this was worth it. Like,
Okay, so for me, I would say Hawaii. And some people would disagree because they're saying it's expensive, but it's basically a home away from home is what I call it. You have the mountains, you have the water, you have the city life, you have the kind of the farm life. It's a little bit of everything. So Hawaii is something that I would keep spending on to go visit there and be in that area. What about you?
I'd say for sure Thailand. Like for me, the most important things when I travel are one, weather, so location, weather. Two, food. Like it's got to have bomb food.
Yes.
I need like if I'm gonna travel, 99% of the time I feel like it's got to have a beach. Like there's got to be a beach somewhere around.
You're like
I'm
me,
born
yeah.
and raised within an hour from the beach or less at different parts of my life, and I need that around. And then I'd say four would be cost efficiency, like what the question was. So in Thailand, you can get like I eat a lot of food if y'all know me, and I would eat like 3 meals per sitting, and you can get like I would get a chicken like a chicken curry with the shrimp stir fry with the chicken fried
Yeah.
rice, all three of those with two coconuts and a smoothie. Like I'd pick my fruit, whatever I wanted, and all of that together is like $15. Now,
You're
if I
making
got
me
that in
hungry.
LA, it'd
Thank
be
you
like
for that.
$50 for that or 60. And then you can hop on your motorcycle, which you can rent for like $100 for the whole trip or something like that, maybe a little more than that. And then you drive to the beach, warm weather, nice waves, clean water. And then I got a nice hotel room. Like when I say nice, like it was nice enough for me. It wasn't like 5 star, but it was clean, it was nice, everything was new, and it was like $26 a night. You can't really beat that. Like you're paying way more for rent depending on where you live, just to live in your house wherever you're at. But this is like in a hotel.
So I have a question for you. For a place like Thailand, when you book the vacation, like while you're at home, do you book just the flights and then when you get there, you get the hotel, or do you pre-book everything from here?
We
I
we
feel like
uh
it's
we
cheaper over
actually
there,
went
right?
and like so yo real quick I gotta shout out Universe LR. I'm actually judging her talent show tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's 10 a.m. my time Pacific. So if you guys want to hear some good performances, tap in, hit her with the fave. I'll be over there with Gibby. He'll be performing later, and DJ NorCal, our admin, and a bunch of performers. So shout out to Universe LR11. So I'd say we didn't have so the last time that we went there, we literally it was so hectic. It was like 2015, and there was 11 of us, and we didn't know anything. The most recent time we know we were in our 30s already. My friend had been back to Thailand. I was with him his first time. He went back like 8 or 9 times, so he loves it out there. He already knew like the whole strip where we were staying. We arrived, we went to the hotel and got it when we were there, so nothing was booked, but we knew where we were going already, and
Yeah.
we were able to get a rooms. We got a room at this place for 3 weeks, but we traveled all through Thailand in that time, and we used our room as like storage. You're basically paying 25 a night for storage, and some
Okay,
nights we'd
smart.
rent a villa. We'd each throw down like $100 and get like a really nice villa with like a pool looking up over a nice view. Um, you know, and so I'd say like you really for me, like I know there's other places in Southeast Asia that are similar, Indonesia, people talk about Vietnam, but like I've been to Thailand twice. I would definitely go back. I highly recommend it. I know you've always wanted to go there too.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. It's on my list for sure. It's on my list for sure.
All right, well,
Damn, you got me
man.
hungry with all that food that you mentioned.
Yeah, I still haven't had dinner yet. Kind of late, haven't ate, but I'm still feeling great. Type everyone who's just tapping in, I appreciate y'all. Everyone who pulled up for Alexa, y'all are the real MVPs. She's been a good friend of mine for a while. It's so dope to have you here. I hope you guys can stick around for our next guest. She's a new
Thank you
streamer
for
on here,
having
and she
me.
has one of the best voices I've ever heard on or off this app. So if y'all like music and you're not too busy right now, just you know what I mean. At least keep the stream on in the background, listen for a little bit of her story, and we'll get to hear her perform. Alexa, I appreciate you coming on short notice.
Brody, thank you for
Let's
having
go.
me. For I again, I'm sorry I didn't bring a lot of other items. It was last minute, but I'll send a picture when I get it of the Black Sand Beach. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming. See you
Hey,
guys
you're
later.
good. Honestly, Alexa's the first person to ever do that, to bring sand. Um, you know what I'm saying? That's a first. Not too many firsts on here.